Hello, welcome from the new Dan Purser MD Broadcast Center, Medical Complex Supplement Development in the Biotech Pharma Division headquarters. That's a pretty good name, right?
That's quite a mouthful that you
Can
just
we get
said.
that? Is that on the brick out front? If we set all that up?
No, it's actually
Not.
B, C, M, C, S, D, all those, the first letter of all those words you just said. It's like Dr. Purser, D, D, S, M, L, O, L, Q.
Okay, what? Okay, yeah, that's weird. Okay, Jackson, the theme song, please.
Oh, yep. Let me get
He's been practicing.
So much.
Yeah. That was
You
good.
nailed it. You know, was that the theme from Star Wars?
Mm-hmm. Same
I
joke.
really need some more.
Always the same.
It's supposed to be the theme from. It doesn't sound like Star Wars. It sounds like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Oh, can you get on your mic a little bit better?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
So Brecken is back.
I'm back.
Where are you? Heard you went to outer Moldavia for a fly fishing expedition.
Yep, pretty much. Nope. No, just was at home.
Your mom watches those Hallmark movies. Today it was. I can't remember the one she's watching.
I think it was the Princess
It wasn't
Switch.
Moldavia, but it was some other country.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever they have a wedding now, all the other princesses and their husbands, the kings or the princes, show up with children for the weddings. It's crazy at the end of those. So
So crazy.
she gets so excited. Oh, that's the queen from. Anyway, yeah. So okay. So tonight we're going to cover top 10 tips for surviving PCOS. If you haven't gotten involved in our what do we call them, the sales? Is it Cyber Friday?
Black
Friday,
Monday,
Cyber
yeah.
Monday? When's Black Friday?
It's already started.
This
but
coming Friday, but we've started our sale early.
Has everyone started early?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The entire country has started early.
Yep.
Yeah. 2020 had to
So we
have
had to
it.
jump on board with everyone else. We've never done what everyone else does, so it's kind of weird that we're doing it now. So, okay, well, everything's cheap. Go to where they go, physiciandesign.com to see it all, or danpursermd.com.
Yeah, we kind of have two different specials going. We've got Physician Design and all the supplements. We've got a bunch of 3 for $100 options. A couple
I
different.
won't be able to pay you kids for the next 3 months
Yep,
because of this.
we'll suffer. We're all starving and moving back into your house.
What?
And so we've got all those bundles that are really fun. You guys go check them out. And then we also have specials on labs, which we are always really fun. Genetic panels and the SpectraCell.
So I got some new running shoes yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, and I actually went out today just walking and did 2 miles just for fun. These are the cushioniest. They're like walking on marshmallows. They're called Hokas. I thought they're from Finland with that name, or Iceland.
Yeah.
But apparently they're from New Zealand or something.
Wow.
Like the haka. That's how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
Like the haka dance. Oh, like BYU does for a game. Okay, so I love these haka shoes. They're cushiony. Next time we go, like we're going to go to pick up Jared in Disney World, and in Clearwater in a few weeks when he's out of medical school for the semester. Has he met a girl down there yet? Have you guys heard anything?
He's just trying to survive medical school.
I don't care about that because he's met a girl.
I have no idea.
Oh,
We'll have to ask him in a little
That's
while.
always your goal, huh?
Will's a dating fool. Will's our nephew. He moved in with us for temporarily because he's getting ready to go to college around here somewhere. And that boy's a dating fool, I'll tell you.
He's in the corner just laughing.
He's a good-looking kid, but man, is he popular with the young women? Okay, so let's probably
Someone said show them the new kicks. Are you wearing them right now? Just
Oh,
pop your little
really?
foot up.
Oh my gosh,
IT band stretches.
Let's see if you can.
I can do it. There it is. You
Oh,
might
my
Hoka. A brand new Hoka shoe.
Oh, yeah.
Those are nice. Those are nice.
Super cushiony,
Mhm.
like wearing giant white fluffy marshmallows on my feet. Hope they don't wear out like marshmallows. That was the Bondi 2.1 or something. I don't know what it's called. I'll have to look the name up. I'm clueless. Okay, so we're going to talk about top 10 tips for surviving PCOS. I'm going to add one right now. There's another one as a bonus tip.
Oh, bonus tip.
Bonus tip number 2. So hang on, I cannot tell you what it is because then it's not a bonus tip. Okay, I'm madly typing. Okay, it's in. Okay, so we're going to start at number 10 like we usually do and work our way up to number 1, then the 2 bonus tips. These are life-changing. So is everyone ready?
Yep.
So we're going to just blow through this, change whoever has PCOS, change their life, change their mind, change their entire body. So
Let's do it.
So number 10, having multiple ovarian cysts is not, in OT, not indicative of PCOS. An ultrasound does not help with the diagnosis at
That's
all.
amazing, actually, that you said that. What does that mean? Because that's what everyone thinks, right?
Yeah, everyone's always saying, well, yeah, my doctor said I had multiple cysts, so I must have PCOS. So we know 32% of normal women have multiple cysts. And oddly enough, 32% of women with PCOS have multiple cysts. So it's not pathognomonic, which means gold standard diagnostic criteria for any pathognomonic's a great word, isn't it? We should ask Jared if he knows what that means.
I've never heard that word before.
pathognomic, pathognomonic. It should be pathognomic or mnemonic or something. Anyway, yeah. But the G silent. Pathognomonic for, it's not pathognomonic for PCOS.
Wow.
It's a PCOS, Polycystic Ovary Syndrome, is a misnomer for PCOS. It should be named super strong women with high insulin level, warrior women from the island of Amazon, which I think is where it came from, with crazy genetics that they will kill you if you look at them funny. So, disease.
That's what you that's how you label them?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, kind of. It's a way to look at it beneficially. So,
As something
so
more.
you want a strong woman in your life, marry someone with PCOS or date someone with PCOS. Okay, so we need to get that out of our heads now. All of you with PCOS, get it out of your heads. It's not pathognomonic. Great word. Look it up for PCOS at all. Number 9, having high testosterone is indicative of PCOS.
And how do you find that out? How do you
get your testosterone levels checked. Doctors, we're going to go through some criteria here for PCOS. Having high testosterone is definitely one of the diagnostic criteria. You check a free and total testosterone. You can use direct labs if you're curious and get this, and I'll tell you some other labs to get here in a minute, to really find out if you indeed have PCOS. And then we're going to tell you more about what we think PCOS is, actually. So, and how to work around it, how to refine it, minimize it. And you can't get rid of the genetics, but you can certainly dial the PCOS way back. So, so really high testosterone is like above 100, when the average woman might have 45 or 50 for a testosterone level.
Oh, wow.
I guess I should be looking at the camera. Hi.
He keeps looking over at me.
And I'm answering Brecken over there. Brecken moved from beside me to over there in our new broadcast center. Wait, let me give the entire name.
No.
Broadcast
Not again.
First MD Broadcast Center Medical Complex Supplement Development Biotech Pharma Division Headquarters Recording Studio. Is that right?
Yep. Apparently.
Apparently. But I'm adding recording studio. That's another name.
Goodness.
We'll fluff it up more next week.
He likes
we're
his
not going to be
names.
here next week. Okay. So it's a holiday. Number 8, having low progesterone is indicative of PCOS.
And how do you find that out?
Check your levels again. Or if you're having hot flashes, night sweats, or crazy PMS, trust me, your progesterone levels are low. You're not producing enough progesterone.
That makes sense.
And I'm going to explain why all this is here in a minute.
Good.
So yeah, low progesterone. So I tend to give women in the early stages of treatment a lot of natural progesterone. They love it, helps them control their periods, all that. It's much better than someone giving them birth control pills, which we'll get to in the bonus section. You don't want to use birth control pills because of the clot and heart attack risk. So
Scary.
they're really bad. They're very pro-inflammatory. So number 7. Oh, number 7. Number 7. Can you hear me better when I do that? Number 7. Having low thyroid production, i.e. hypothyroidism, is another indicator of PCOS.
And how do you find that one out?
Go to my website, danpersonmd.com, get that direct labs link, and check your TSH, free T3, FT3, and FT4.
Make sure they're the free.
The free version.
Both of
They're all
them.
going to be low. Your doctor will never get that free T3 right unless you
Not
really
the
knows what he's
price.
doing.
The name of it is free T3.
Yeah, it's not free price was it, but they are cheap on direct
They're
labs.
pretty
Really
cheap.
cheap.
Yep, they are.
Watch for sales and stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, number 6. Why are hypotestosteronism? That means low testosterone. Hypoprogesteronism? That means low progesterone. And hypothyroidism? That means low thyroid, indicative of a PCOS.
I think
It's-
you mean hyper means high testosterone. You
Yeah.
said low for all of them.
Oh, hypertestosteronism is high testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's high. The other two are low.
So why are all of those indicative of
Because of
PCOS?
genetics and various vitamin issues you have from the genetics.
So it all connects. Always.
Right.
Interesting.
And one other factor. Ready?
Yep.
Number 5. Having hyperinsulinemia, high insulin levels, or insulin resistance is very indicative of PCOS.
And what causes that?
I'm not sure, but what I usually find with women with PCOS is they have a zinc, a chromium, or B12 deficiency, or some other deficiency, oleic acid, something's affecting their ability. Usually B12 or folate, affecting their ability, their insulin receptors, affecting their insulin receptor functionality. Without those, your insulin receptors won't work.
So is it lowering insulin or raising it?
It can't get into the cells, so it builds up out in the serum, and you get a high insulin level.
Gotcha.
It's called insulin resistance. So insulin resistance is really dysfunctional insulin receptors. They're broken, and so the insulin can't get into the cell properly. And you got to find out why they're broken. That's what usually causes most diabetes. Type 2 is insulin receptor dysfunction. You have hundreds of insulin receptors on your cell surface, and one of them, or some deficiency, zinc, chromium, B12, something, is blocking, is damaging your ability to have those insulin receptors function.
Yeah.
The light's really bright in here. Sorry if I'm blinking a lot. So, okay. Having fatigue or even chronic exhaustion is indicative of PCOS.
I think I can guess what causes that.
What?
Is it MTHFR?
You're right.
I'm
It
right.
is. And what does that cause?
Fatigue.
Why?
Because you're not getting enough energy from your ATP and all that scientific stuff.
True, but you also got a bunch of vitamin deficiencies it causes.
Mm-hmm.
B12, folate, pantothenate, choline, zinc, serine, glutamine, stuff like that. When you get someone who's never been on supplementation, when you get a spectracell on them, they have bad MTHFR. That's kind of deficiencies they have.
Yeah, those are the common ones you see.
Yeah, and so every woman I've checked in the last 2 years with supposed PCOS has bad MTHFR issues.
It's crazy.
It's got a big part in it. Again, I think I should be awarded a Nobel Prize in medicine for figuring that out. It's definitely a big piece of the PCOS issues, which everyone says they don't know the cause of. So I'm figuring it out. So you deal with their MTHFR, and they tend to get a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
You deal with their vitamin deficiencies, and they get a lot better. So yeah, being fatigued or having chronic exhaustion
Well, it's like what you always say, good nutrition in.
equals good hormones out.
Yep. And
Yeah.
that's classic for
Yeah.
PCOS.
Yeah. So to confirm, number 3. It's really dark outside
I
and cold.
know.
And we've been moving into this new. Hang on, let me say the name of it.
No, not again.
The new Dan Purser MD Broadcast Center Medical Complex Supplement Development Biotech Pharma Division Headquarters recording studio and offices, and it's just exhausting. Number 3, how do you confirm all this? Get a thyroid panel. That's a TSH, free T3, and free T4, a free and total testosterone levels, progesterone level, hemoglobin A1C, CMP, and there's something else. Oh, you can get a fasting insulin level if you want. And I get a progesterone level.
That's
So
good.
I added that.
And you can get all those from Direct Labs, or
Direct
you can go to your
Labs.
doctor, whatever's
Yeah,
easy.
or from your doctor, super cheap, but let me look at them.
Mhm.
So the tests, if you want to get more specialized and really dig into this to properly treat, that's how you diagnose with those.
Yep, that's
But
diagnosis.
to properly treat, a Pro7 genetic test off my website, and you got to have a SpectraCell. They're both critical pieces to this.
How come both of those are critical for this?
Because they all have MTHFR, and they all have a bunch of inflammatory components and other issues. I'd say 23andMe also helps too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm attacking everything, trying to
Anything
get
you can.
that lady to slender up, run marathons, get happy, bring those hormones down, and quit the crazy menses, and get rid of the inflammation.
Yeah.
So every little piece of information I get, if you do use 23andMe, do not put your real name or your real date of birth, please. Privacy is a major issue on that.
Yep.
So, but if you get a 23andMe, get a NutraHacker, NutraHacker.com complete for $38 to help. That actually compiles the 23andMe. It makes it a lot more accessible for me. 9 pages instead of 350.
Yep.
I'm not going to go through 350.
There's
I
no
can
way.
barely go through 9. Sorry, it's
Well,
not
and
lazy,
it's like
but
random letters. It's so hard for you. You have to plug everything in yourself. It's not like the NutraHacker does it for you.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Ugh. So, okay, treatment protocol. What I do for PCOS, lots of progesterone, natural progesterone. I did not say birth control pills. Those are bad. I deal with thyroid issues. I deal with the vitamins. I prefer not to do the progesterone and thyroid, but if you're really ill and it's really causing you a lot of discomfort, we can deal with those. But eventually you're going to end off of them because you're going to make your own. Vitamins needed according to the SpectraCell, and we have to deal with the MTHFR. With like MTHFR support, I call it support.
Renew.
MTHFR Renew or Endure.
Yeah.
Bonus tip: you need to. So studies have shown you need to snuggle puppies. That's for
Oh.
PCOS.
Puppies, huh? That's the next highest, greatest, newest
I think it'd
medical
really help if you
thing.
snuggled a puppy.
I love snuggling puppies, but what
I'd
is
like
that
to
supposed to
snuggle
do?
one right now.
You can snuggle Baby Yoda back there. What's his name? Just Baby Yoda?
The child.
The child. Medical.
Baby Yoda, my snuggle puppy. Okay, no, that's weird. Okay, I'm an old school doctor. I'm tough. I don't need to snuggle Baby Yoda.
But you still do anyway.
I spit blood into the eye of death.
What?
Well,
We show you Assassin's Creed Valhalla one
Oh
time.
my gosh. What's
Well-
the real bonus tip? Because snuggling puppies can't be. I'm sure that has some kind of thing.
okay,
with
because
it.
of the massive inflammation caused by PCOS and the MTHFR, you cannot take birth control pills or use the Mirena. It will break you. It will make you crazy. It'll make you feel horrible. It'll cause massive inflammation. More importantly, it can cause clots, strokes, heart attacks. Don't do it. Also, you have a really high risk for breast cancer with PCOS, much higher than normal. And if you take birth control pills or a Mirena on top of that, you're gonna really throw your breast cancer risk through the roof,
Yeah.
way up. That's why snuggling puppies is a lot safer
A lot safer.
than birth control pills.
So, but Why? Like, how come that's the normal treatment protocol is to throw people on birth control pills whenever they're having any kind of...
I don't know. With that massive
Yeah.
inflammation and stroke clot risk, I wouldn't. That's crazy. I think that goes so against the grain.
Because I was at a church college, and they were throwing girls on birth control pills with any issue they had at all. And it just... It's
No,
messing
they're
with
not. They weren't sexually active. They were just getting put on for crazy periods, stuff like
Yeah.
that. I get it.
It's just like the go-to. It's so sad.
Yeah, they don't know about natural hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think all these women like to listen to me? Because I talk about them all the time. Not about the women, but about the natural progesterone. I don't know the woman. So, yeah. So, okay. One other bonus risk number 2. Big bonus risk. Sorry, bonus tip, not risk. Bonus tip number 2, exercise. So when we wrote our textbook when I wrote the textbook on preventive medicine, became a little famous for it. It's spun other books off of. We looked at the Paffenbarger Harvard Professional Studies, they're called. Paffenbarger was a genius. Anyway, he came up with this. When you smash all the studies together, he never said this, but when you smash all the studies together and refine them, he was always saying 1 hour of exercise a day. You need to do brisk walking for the hour and 7 days a week. Well, he defines brisk walking as 4 miles per hour. So if you can get to 147, that's to maintain weight. Studies have shown, Paffenbarger said that would maintain your weight. That's what it takes just to maintain your weight. Most of us don't do 147. Do you agree? Have you tried to do that? It's brutal.
Especially on little legs. Well,
my little
hour.
short legs. Yeah, I used to could run that. I used to run that really fast, but 20 minutes. But yeah, worked out. Yeah, now forget it. No. Anyway, okay, less than 20 minutes actually. I was in college. Okay, so exercise, avoid birth control pills, figure out your vitamins, figure out your genetics because you need to deal with those appropriately. See for sure if you have PCOS first. I give you the tips to do that. The thyroid panel, free and total testosterone levels, progesterone level, hemoglobin A1C, and a CMP.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll have a much better idea. Or fasting insulin level if you can get it too. I'll throw that in. I'm going to add that now in case you post this somewhere.
Yep.
Will you post it?
I can repost this.
Do they like that?
All his little notes and tips and tricks. I think.
And the bonus tips?
Good old bonus tips.
Okay, are there any good questions?
Yeah, let me find some.
I'm going to look and see one the other day too, by the way.
How do you deal with PCOS and acne? Do you find that there's any way to help with that?
Yeah, dramatically you can help deal with MTHFR. Look at the studies. You deal with proper methylation issues with B12 folate and all that. It dramatically reduces inflammation and can help with acne a lot.
Mm-hmm. I can attest to that. I feel like my skin's gotten better over time. But what about, can you connect Ancestry.com to...
Not to my knowledge.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you can?
I learned. Yep. So you
now
actually...
you tell me.
Well, I was just asking. I thought you might know. You can connect it through NutriHacker, and it will give the same
Perfect.
information.
If you have Ancestry.com connected to NutriHacker.
Yep.
It's a NutriHacker I want to see, but also the other testing, so...
Yeah. And guys, if you have any, if you already have an appointment booked and you have labs that you need to send them to our info@danpursermd.com. I'll put that in the comments, but I've got a couple of you asking that. And if you already have your 23andMe NutriHacker, schedule an appointment and talk with him about it if you don't understand it. That's what he does. He helps people. Where can you find natural progesterone? Did you hear?
Yeah, I'll just say PP. Designs for Health has a product also. PP is probably the most popular place to find. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Designs for Health, which only sells to physicians, has a product called Progestabil, which is really strong. Get prescription progesterone, like in Prometrium, generic Prometrium from your local doctor. They can prescribe it. Or if you want, that's bioidentical progesterone made by Big Pharma. Or if you want compounded progesterone, RDTs are the premium product out there. If you can find a really good pharmacy to make them. I think that's the best way to get progesterone. You take RDTs.
I take
don't you?
RDTs every night. Yep.
Well, you don't take RDTs, do you?
I don't.
Would not be good for boys, right?
Yeah, they're bad for boys. Yeah.
So funny.
So I'm not seeing any right answers yet on the insulin resistance.
That's okay. Can you still have genetic errors even if you got tested for MTHFR and came back negative? There's other kind of methylation
There's other
errors,
methylation errors. That's why you get the Pro 7.
Yeah.
Because it delves into all the ones that we can do something about.
Yep. A lot of people.
No one's come up with it yet. I'm down to Stacy, Christopher, and Morgan.
What about
Oh, thank you, Stacy. Go ahead.
what about hair loss? How can you help that?
Well, why do you think they have hair loss?
Is that the high testosterone? Or vitamin deficiencies?
Both.
And thyroid?
Yeah, thank you. No, it's a great question. Yeah, it's usually the high testosterone and the vitamin deficiencies. But when you deal with their MTHFR and everything else properly and reduce their inflammation, the testosterone goes down. You give them the progesterone, lots of progesterone, and the testosterone goes down.
Yeah.
For some reason, those hormones, instead of going towards progesterone, are all being pushed in the direction of testosterone. It's probably the common unknown genetic problem with these women that I've yet to figure out what goes down that pathway.
Keep figuring it out.
I will.
Slave away. Just kidding. What about endometriosis and PCOS? Is there a different protocol that you've found?
Lots of natural progesterone.
Even more progesterone?
Yeah.
You guys can watch. We have so many videos on endo. Go ahead and find those.
Lots of natural progesterone really, really helps endometriosis.
Yeah.
It's either from you're not making enough. So as far as I can tell, everyone with endometriosis has MTHFR issues too, and vitamin deficiencies. When you deal with those, they start making enough progesterone eventually, and then they don't need it. But you need to give them progesterone temporarily.
To get there, yep.
Yeah.
What about Bartholin cysts? Are those related?
Bartholin cysts, no.
Okay. Didn't know if those were related.
No, those are just horrible and annoying.
What about PCOS and Hashimoto's? Do you find that those are commonly connected?
No, they're not connected.
Those are two different things.
PCOS and Hashimoto's is not connected.
Okay.
Though hypothyroidism of just the general, you don't have enough vitamins so you're not making enough thyroid hormone is very common.
Yeah. And that's common in all ages or mostly young?
Mostly young what?
Like that, having
Squirrels?
women.
Women.
Squirrels, yeah.
Oh, okay. Some men are squirrels, but usually women are not squirrels, right?
But do you find like as we increase in age, it becomes more related to our actual hormones rather than vitamin deficiencies? Or what do you find? Does that
You
make
asked
sense?
a really vague question that didn't make
Well,
sense.
like with PCOS, you just said that
it's
they're
vitamin deficiencies. So remember what you said earlier. Good nutrition in equals good hormones out.
But as you
These
get
women
older,
have genetically mandated or caused vitamin deficiencies on an intracellular basis. So they can't make these hormones correctly.
Yeah.
You do the workarounds like we did with our MTHFR, Endure, and Renew, and all the other stuff we tend to develop. Do the workaround, and then they start making things.
yeah, and that's can happen at any age, right?
Right.
Okay, that's what I was just trying to
So
clarify.
everyone needs to know, just before I forget, I am coming out with a over-the-counter. No? Jackson says no? Okay, never mind. Not allowed to talk about it yet, but it's pretty miraculous stuff.
He's trying to sneak things in.
I almost
Can
did
you-
it. Jackson was going to tackle
Can
me.
you have progesterone resistance? Is that a thing?
No, I've seen a couple of patients over the years who had progesterone allergy, which was insane. Every time they had their period, they got hives and broke out, and it was horrible.
Yeah, that's
And there
crazy.
is such a thing. It's known. But no, progesterone resistance. No, but what you can have is progesterone receptor dysfunction.
Gotcha.
Maybe that's what they're asking.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, because some women are born without enough, I think it's beta receptors. There's either alpha or beta. You have two kind of receptors on your uterus endometrium. And so severe endometriosis cases, I have 10 of those. I know because they take 12 to 15 RDTs,
Every
progesterone RDTs a night. If you need to know more information about progesterone, get my progesterone book. It's cheap. It's on Kindle. It's been #1 3 or 4 times overall on Amazon. You guys all get a copy tonight. Leave me a review, please. And let's see if we make it #1 again tonight. Woo.
He's always trying to get #1.
But yeah, because that's your answer to a lot of this. Yeah, so they can have an alpha or beta receptor genetic absence.
Yeah.
And then they need a lot of progesterone to push it through.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah, the answer to the question is yes, I screwed up.
And you just need to take more to get through.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing they do with insulin resistance.
Yep.
So insulin resistance, I'm going to define it so no one got it. It's where the actual insulin receptor on the cell's surface is broken or dysfunctional. And my job as a physician, and everyone's job as physicians dealing with those, should be to find out why is that insulin receptor being dysfunctional. Because there lies the answer to most type 2 diabetics and to PCOS. So why is your insulin, that forces your insulin not to be used, your levels climb up, and you appear to be a diabetic. When in reality, you're just got a chromium deficiency or a zinc deficiency.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It takes a year or two for people to, women to get their PCOS under control, normalized, everything else, get back to normal life if they want to try that approach. I can't guarantee it always works, but it works most of the time.
Yeah. What if you have PCOS and low testosterone?
Happens.
Yeah.
It happens a lot more than people know. And I would actually doubt that they have PCOS. I think you just have bad MTH bar.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Because it doesn't really fit the classical definition of PCOS. You got to have high testosterone. But they don't know the cause of PCOS, but I'm telling you, you're going to have MTH bar every time.
So what can they do to try to find out more information on it?
Yeah, get the genetic testing. Well, first do the lab test I suggested to confirm and see what they got. I want to see all that. Then get a SpectraCell and a Pro 7. They're on sale right now. Grab them. I mean, they're really on sale. Because you guys aren't getting paid for it until, I don't know, March.
It's trying to starve us through the holidays.
Mom and I'll barely get paid.
People are wondering, what's the best way to check your B12 level? Because you said that helps with inflammation.
SpectraCell. Don't do a serum level, for goodness sake. Let me tell you why. Because you could have, let's say that you've been given for years a B12 that you can't absorb at a cellular level because you got receptor dysfunction due to genetic errors, methylation errors, stuff like that. Genetic errors that don't allow you to absorb B12 properly or utilize it properly. So you can have a really high level of, say, cyanocobalamin floating around in there. The lab level doesn't differentiate between that and methyl B12 or hydroxy B12 or adenylyl B12. So now you've got a serum level that says it's high, but when I check your intracellular level, it's low. How many times have we seen that? 1,000 times?
It's
yeah,
crazy.
and people are like, well, I have a high B12 level. A high B12 level, my doctor checked, but you said that intracellular says I have a low level. I'm like, well, the kind you have floating around in your serum is not a kind you can absorb. You'll eventually get rid of it all. Or donate blood or do something like that to help flush it all out. But because sometimes there's no place for it to go.
Yeah, it's just not getting absorbed. It's just
Yeah,
floating.
it's not going to get absorbed, not going to go anywhere once it gets into your bloodstream.
Yeah.
And it causes inflammation and other problems. Cyanocobalamin is made with cyanide.
I know.
So it's kind of weird that they do that. It's got a cyano portion to it. I don't want that floating around in my bloodstream.
Nope. What about PCOS after having like a hysterectomy or a partial hysterectomy? Is there any different treatment for that?
Yeah, lots of progesterone. Check that. Yeah, same old
Same old thing.
Same old
Basically,
approach.
it's the same.
Thyroid, progesterone, exercise, and deal with the methylation errors and vitamin deficiency. You got to do it That's the whole approach. You guys want a whole approach. You want root cause answers.
That's it.
There it is. It's no Band-Aids. Because otherwise you're going to get a birth control pill or Mirena shoved in you at your local doctors. God bless them. They're trying. They're good people. They just don't get it.
Yep.
They don't have time to get it. I get it. They're seeing tons of patients, and I feel for them. I love them all.
Is PCOS connected to any other autoimmune conditions?
Not to my knowledge.
Gotcha. People were just commenting about things. I'm just looking through more comments.
So we're doing 2 for 100 bars glutathione.
Yep.
They're going to be gone.
Don't worry, we won't be completely gone, but we are busting through inventory. I don't want to scare anyone like earlier this year.
No.
when we-
Yeah, we're not going to run out.
We're not going to
anymore.
run out.
We're ahead of this game. We
we'll
got to
get
figure it
back
out
to
once the world
production,
ends
right.
again.
We're keeping ahead.
3 for 100 of the MTHFR Enduro and Copper Balance. Can they do one of each?
They can do one of each of.
Each
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
A little bundle.
How do we make money on that?
You may. It's just. That
What?
is. You're funny.
120 for the MTHFR bundle. 1 bars, 1 Enduro, 1 Renew.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's really should be. What are you guys doing? Who told you could do this?
Me.
Damn.
There's just a lot of the same kind of comments, so you guys just rewatch the video. It's really good. We always
it's
have
to the
it.
point. Top 10 tips with
Mhm.
2 bonus tips. And I love you all. I will not be back for Thanksgiving.
He's taking a much needed break.
And I can't. And so the weekend after that, we're going to get Jared in medical school. He's down there right now taking his test, getting ready for finals. He just got hundreds on the last several tests he took, I think.
That's good.
He's going to be so big headed when he comes home. Will he take out the garbage still? Will he will it out? Will he scrape the sidewalk off for us?
He's gonna make me do that.
Will's gonna have to do it, yeah.
Well, that's how you live with us, by doing those things. You're not doing it lately, so
That's
Will's
hilarious.
about to be homeless.
You just got
He's-
kicked out on a
But he's
Facebook
got lots
Live.
of girlfriends. He's got lots of girlfriends.
You're evicted.
He's got lots of girlfriends. They'll want to snuggle him like a puppy.
Oh my.
Okay, I'm joking. Okay, Jackson's smiling. He's glad I'm not picking on him.
Yeah.
Okay, how about that, Jackson? What's
Someone-
going on with you?
It's nice to have the pressure off
Someone
of
just asked, we're still taking new patients. We're just booked out until about mid-January, but everyone's still welcome to book. We're not
Book
running
now.
Yeah, we're not running any specials on
Booking.
any appointments right now,
I
but
could work till 10 every night.
yeah. He
I need
basically
a
does
break
anyway.
me.
You kind of are though.
I know I go home and go through charts and
Yeah.
labs and stuff for the next day. I'm
Yeah.
more into a frazzle every day.
And those of you who buy testing, make sure that when you ship your testing out to be processed, you book your appointment then. That way you don't have to wait extra
Yep,
long.
thank you.
So,
I'm going to try again, make a run at bringing in a nurse practitioner or PA to help me do follow-ups.
yep.
Follow-ups. I spend a lot of time just calling people to check on them.
Yep, just
So I
basic
just
little
need
things.
help. Someone nice who
That way
gets
he
all
can
those.
spend his time helping everyone get it started
Yeah.
and figured out.
So some physician extender. A lot of them are scared of COVID, so they won't come back. I know the kids are going to say, "You only talked to one." Well, yeah. So
He talks to us
Okay,
like
shut up. Okay.
that little voice.
we need to roll on. Okay, so go to physiciandesigned.com, look for the sale. Go to danpursermd.com, look for the sale. If you like any of my books, please leave me reviews. If you like me, please leave me a Google review. I prefer a 12-page, 12-word Google review.
12 letter.
12 letter.
Great. Just 12 times.
He is great.
Couple exclamation points. That's good.
Is it 12?
Yep.
Okay, he is great, huh? No, we can't say that. Now we're going to get kicked off Google for telling you what to put.
No.
Okay, well, thank you all. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And this is from our international headquarters of the Dan Purser. And I'm not going to do that again. Thank you for watching. And good luck with your PCOS. I'm here to help, even though it may be January before I can help you. So, but by then, all your testing will be back. That's a good thing. So, okay, God bless. Go in good health.